when you're stressed out, that impacts your mental health and it makes it very difficult to learn. Now, Josh, I have a question for you because you were in Syracuse City School District classrooms.
Yeah.
How were you seeing trauma affecting your students and families that you worked with?
You know, I've been very blessed, honestly, in my short career as an educator. Let me just back us up and put it into a little bit of context, if you will indulge me for a second. I came to Syracuse City School District after being appointed by Mayor Van Walsh to his education transition team, which essentially put me in the same room with some of our area's top educators. Whether we're talking about administrators, community educators like myself, as well as folks like Reine, found themselves in this room. Very difficult work and conversations were had in this room. Some very strong recommendations were made from the individuals, including myself. I think it's rather clear about where I stand on education and the acknowledgement that we need to redefine the future of education more than reimagine anything. And so I've had the opportunity of working in almost every school building we have, 39 buildings and different programs. And what I have seen is an entire school district of traumatized children, traumatized faculty, traumatized administrators. We are being repeatedly traumatized by the traumas of other people that are amongst us. So you see a kid in a classroom, one kid might have come out of a very traumatic experience, and that becomes traumatic for the other children in the classroom because of the way in which we look at diversity, equity, and inclusion. So we will essentially, in a lot of ways, throw children, mix them all up in the same classroom and call that inclusion. When in fact it essentially becomes exclusive, and students who require other supports or other services are effectively denied those things because we only acknowledge the students that get IEPs. We only are recognizing the constructs of the 504 plans. And so when you put all of that into context, I'm a firm believer in options and opportunities, and that we need to create, it is our duty, our responsibility as educators to create as many options and opportunities in learning as we can. And all students deserve an individualized education plan, not just the ones who have parents like the pair of you or advocates like the pair of you. Part of what we do here at the Academy of Excellence Incorporated, we do three things. We address policy, programming, and productions. The policy aspect is really what we have been focusing on so much here, because there are so many ways that we are missing the mark.